So good morning YouTube, or good afternoon should I say. What an absolutely beautiful day it is to come out for a walk with your dog and relax a little bit and have a bit of a chat about what's been going on. Now if you've watched my last videos, there will be clips from that last video in this video, because we're talking about a religious cult. That's correct, a religious cult. 500 police officers raided a private property, and this religious cult has they've been up to no good by the sounds of it. Now these are allegations, they're not proven yet. There's been allegations of a sexual nature, let's put it like that. Human trafficking, all sorts of things going on there. Now within this property they had a mechanical dog, a robotic dog. Now why would they have a robotic dog on a massive property that 100 to 150 people were living there? It's proper messed up. Take a look at this clip.
I know what you're thinking. I'm not a real religious scholar.
I'm just a lost kid looking for meaning.
I am a teacher and youth worker.
I'm a businesswoman. I've worked with CEOs and closed deals.
I'm a medical doctor. Science is my
I
field.
studied at Imperial College, Masters in Chemical Engineering.
I'm a design engineer for
I
buildings.
am a cardiologist. I have held lives in my hands.
But when you walk the path of the prophets, you get mocked.
You get accused, threatened, silenced.
Your friends vanish. Your reputation takes a hit.
But I still preach the truth.
Because this is who I am.
This is what I do with every heartbeat I still feel.
You think I'm not religious?
You think this isn't real?
Then try walking in my shoes.
Now as you can see from that clip, these clips are going to be fairly random, or might seem random, but I've done some research on it and I've looked up a few clips to screen record so I can show them during this video that I'm doing this afternoon. It's properly weird. Now can you imagine people like this moving into an area where you are? Would you be slightly concerned? Because I know I bloody would be. I mean, they were living on this private property, letting off fireworks late at night and military training and all sorts of stuff. So I'm just watching my dog. He's done his third crap today already. Just when I was recording, every time I seem to want to record, he decides, you know what, I'm gonna have a shit. It's like he fucking saved it or something. Anyway, all picked up and put in the bin now. As I was saying, yeah, this religious cult, it's a Muslim, I think it's Muslims, I'm not 100% sure. Take the information from the clips. I'm basically just chatting shit. I don't know what all this is down here. There's all these bits of fluff floating around everywhere. I think it might be off the dandelions. Anyway, yeah, there's butterflies out, there's fucking all sorts out. You can tell summer's nearly here, can't you? Yeah, these people, they were properly strange. Now, numerous auditors have gone to this place asking questions, one of them being Cozzy. I'll leave a link in the description to his video. Shout out to Cozzy. He did quite a good video on it. He was going around asking these people questions, what's going on. Now apparently there was a digger there or something digging the grounds up. They were trying to say it was something to do with gasworks. I didn't know the police did gasworks. I thought that was British Gas. But anyway, you know, again, how would I know? I don't know. Have a look at this clip and let me know what you think in the comments. It's weird.
Today, we just as the Ansar of Imam al-Mahdi, we want to send a special message to Sisi today. Are you ready? Yeah! La'natullah alayk! 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 La'natullah alayk!
So yeah, as you can see, I mean, it gets stranger and stranger. Now there was one guy online saying that this guy is actually from America. and they were trying to do it over there. It seems to me to be very like, you know, much like Scientology and things like that. I'm not up to date with all these new age religions and stuff. I don't do much. I never normally bother with them, but some of the stuff this guy's saying, is more than shocking. He seems a pretty dangerous character. And now the locals around that area were obviously concerned, and there were multiple reports to the police. Now, I can't say the police didn't do anything, because I know that they had a house across the road from it, and they were monitoring them since 2023. So they were obviously worried about it themselves. What the hell is going on? We still haven't heard any more information on it. If anything comes out, I'll obviously update it, but friggin' hell, I mean, what a crazy world we are actually living in. And all this after 2 Jewish men were stabbed by somebody from Somalia. They're saying he's a British national. Believe me, he is not British, because British people don't go round stabbing Jewish people. He is Somalian. He's not from this country, so let's get it right. And he stabbed 2 Jewish men, and I think it's called Golding, something like that, Golders Green, is it? Something along those lines. So obviously the Jewish community are extremely worried about this, because the police and Keir Starmer and Sadiq Khan and Andrew Rowley are not providing them with the protection that they need. It's disgusting. Now, this comes into the left-wing thing that I talk about a lot, and the far left ideology. You've got these people walking around with Palestine flags and everything else. That President Trump had an assassination attempt on his life again, just over the weekend. Again, the far left. Proven fact. That's it, end of. So where is all the violence coming from? They're saying they're standing up to racism and the far right. Where are these far right people? Where are they? They're nowhere to be fucking seen. And what I want to know is, the British people, this is to you, all of you, when are you actually going to stand up and actually say something, and actually start voicing what it is you need to say? Yeah, people don't like it, but it's either that, or you can say goodbye to things like this, because I know that dogs are considered haram with Islamists, aren't they? Hence the mechanical dog. Take a look at this clip.
Major news coming out of Cheshire today after police raided the HQ of a religious group. Allegations of serious sexual offences, forced marriage and modern slavery involving members of the Ahmadi religion of peace and light are currently under investigation. And this morning, police raided 3 properties in connection to the group, including its HQ Webb House in Crewe. The Ahmadi religious community, linked to a branch of Islam, are based at the former orphanage, with around 150 people living at the property. 9 people, 6 men and 3 women, have been arrested in connection with the investigation. Searches of the properties are ongoing.
Earlier this morning at 8:50, 500 officers from Cheshire, supported by colleagues from the North West region, have conducted several warrants in the Crewe area.
Yeah, a sea of blood. Comparing religious texts that they've made themselves to Noah's Ark and things like that, and when it's going to happen and all this sort of thing. It's these are concerning times. Now, I watched this and I thought, you know, is it worth me doing a video on it? Are people aware of it? Are people even bothered by it? Because believe me, there's going to be more than one of these. There's going to be way more than one with what's happening in Iran at the minute. And you've got Palestine supporters basically saying hands off Iran, hands off this, hands off the IRGC and all the rest of it. Yet the Iranian people are celebrating because of what Trump's doing. This is how deranged the far left actually are. Zach Polanski is an Islamist, but he's a gay Jewish Islamist. I don't know how the fuck that actually works. It's basically turkeys for Christmas, as I've said before. And it just seems to be one big joke. It's turned into a massive circus. Keir Starmer also whipped all his party so they couldn't have an inquiry into the Mandelson case, and it's gone mad. This week has literally gone mad. We've got auditors like Charlie Veach, Billy Moore and people like that actually too worried to go out and record, me and myself included. I've been threatened and all that sort of thing because people and these lefties want to silence free speech. They don't want you telling the truth. But what we still can do is come to places like this. Look at that. We can still come to places like this and speak our minds. Now, I've already said it and I mean it this time round. I'm no longer going to be recording or taking photographs in Melton town. For the simple reason, I should not have to take the shit that I've taken over the past God knows how many years. On Friday last week, I was recording and photographing an event that was going on in town to do with vintage cars, and somebody seemed fit to shout loads of abuse at me, half of which I wouldn't even shout at somebody. Now, there's abuse, calling somebody the C word or the F word or whatever, and then there's somebody calling you the P word out in public and everything else because you can't handle your drink. Now, the story goes that I was just about to take a photo of my own Vespa parked outside of a cafe, and I pointed my camera to the sky to get a decent exposure and check the white balance and all the rest of it, as you do, and this person automatically thought I was taking a photo of them. Now, looking at the person, that's probably the last person in Melton I'd actually want to take any fucking photo of. This person's obviously got issues, but that was the tip of the well, that was the straw that broke the camel's back, if you want to put it like that. So the 1940s weekend, I will not be recording, I will not be going down, I will not be taking photos. I'm no longer doing events in Melton. Melton can fuck off. It's as plain and as simple as that. I am past caring. I've spoken on certain things in Melton. People are quite entitled to disagree, but to lose their fucking shit and to actually get so triggered over such a trivial conversation about something because they can't hold their stuff together. There's multiple videos on my channel of people losing their shit at the reform tent, calling each other racist, Nazis, all sorts of crap. And this is from mostly, I'm afraid, the older generation and people with, let's just say, substance addictions. Now, to me, that's unacceptable. It shouldn't be happening. In this day and age, you wouldn't have seen this years ago. If somebody had said something in town, you'd have shrugged it off and gone and got yourself a cup of coffee or a pint or whatever it is you drink when you're out meeting family and stuff. And Facebook has become, used to be a place where you used to go and stay in touch with your friends and family, stay in contact with people that may have moved abroad and things like that. Now it's become nothing but a propaganda channel for people to spout their shit off and stuff like that, that won't say and speak out aloud in public. They hide behind an anonymous profile because they daren't come out in public and say what they want to say and reveal themselves for who they are. It's gave people too much confidence, because believe me, if they said it in public, yeah, it'd probably be more ignored. But they don't think like that, do they, these lefties? They don't think like that at all. Look what's happening. We've got the local elections coming up, not here in Melton, but all around the country. And Labour have completely and utterly fucked it up. For themselves, it's their own fault. Now, whether you agree or disagree with that, you know, with what's happening with the 2 Jewish men that were stabbed, I hope they're okay. And then there was the 500 police officers that raided a private property. And lots of other things have gone on. Lots of other things. things that haven't even been reported on. And it's all being done by the ethnic minorities. Most of it anyway. And it's got out of hand. It's a national emergency. A national emergency, buddy. Innit? Oi, it's a national emergency, boy. It gets to the stage where you're worried about letting your kid walk to school by themselves or catch a bus to school by themselves and things like that. And the demographic of Melton's changed massively. And I said it would last year when all these houses were being built, and the year before. I actually went round with a camera around these housing estates and things like that. HMOs and all this sort of stuff. And now it's being admitted that I was right. I was right. What else am I supposed to say to that? I could be a right arsehole and say I told you so and all that lot, but what's the fucking point? The way my mind now works is, and I'm sorry to have to say this, you might not like it, but now you've made your bed, you fucking lay in it. This is another reason I'm not doing any more videos around town. And this will probably be the last video that I mention Melton Mowbray as an entity. Now I hope the 40th weekend goes okay. I hope it, you know, I hope it's successful. It's nothing against the people that arrange it or anything like that whatsoever. It's just some of the people which you're going to get everywhere. I know someone's going to say that at some point, you get them everywhere, that sort of put you off. It is not safe for people like me and other YouTubers to do videos like that in public anymore. It simply is not safe. And I'm not taking the risk. I've got a child and a family to think about. So we have to come to places like this. Now he'll be knackered when he gets home. Bless his heart. Whew. And what I normally do is I walk this way and then stop for a drink of water. Give him a drink of water as well. The little shit machine. He's had 3 shits. 3. Unbelievable. Now Zach Polanski, the one that likes to brush his teeth with a hammer, thinks that he's got a chance of winning the next general election. That's because we've got all these fucking lunatics that are voting for the Green Party. And we can look at some of the Green policies. They want to legalise drugs. They want to teach children in schools how to take drugs safely. They want open borders. They want to go over to Russia and tell Putin, you're going to disarm all your nuclear weapons. Let's be honest, and let's just have a moment of clarity here. The Green Party should not be called the Green Party. They should be called the fucking raving lunatic party. Because that is what they are. Absolute morons. And I'm sorry, that is what they are. There might be one policy of theirs that I'd probably agree with, but I can't think of it at the moment. Now, I don't particularly agree with Reform. I don't agree with Reform UK and some of their policies, but they're the only option we have if we want to get out of this mess, because our country has fell into a shithole. You look at Leicester, close to where I live, it's unrecognisable. There was a guy on there the other day doing one of these dark web map things. He hadn't visited Leicester for about 10 years. And he said the place is unrecognisable. There was a smacker in McDonald's pinning up, came out the toilets whilst he was washing his hands, threw a bloody tissue in the bin. And I don't mean bloody, a bloody tissue, I mean a tissue with blood all over it, in the bin. And walked out like there was nothing wrong, no problem at all. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop and have a drink of water. So let me get sat down and I'll see you in a minute. So So here's my boy having a bit of a sit down. I've got flavoured water. This is from Aldi, I think. Really nice. You've got to stay proper hydrated in situations like this. Not that it's a situation. Where you going, mate? What? Such a good dog. Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? And then I'll have his dinner when we get home. I'll have my dinner. Edit this. Right, let's crack on. Excuse me. Looks like there's some fresh graffiti down here. EMI. I don't know what that means. If anybody knows, leave a comment. Now you do have to be careful around this area when you're walking your dog. There are bits of glass and other undesirable bits and bobs about that people have left laying around. I'd love to know what these were actually for. It's like it's got a big piece of metal rope hanging around it. What was that used for? Some sort of weights or something? Maybe pulling up some type of door or something like that. Was it a foundry? I don't know. But my dog seemed fit to piss on it. Go on, boy. Now I'm going to go and find a bin for this bottle. Oh God, a little bit of a slip there. Come on, mate. I think he's squeezed all the turds out he wants to squeeze out for today. If I can't find a bin, I'll just find a back. I'll put it back in my backpack. Yeah, I've just stuck it back in my backpack. I'll put it in the recycling when I get home. Right, we're right next to a train track down here. It's such a nice walk, especially when nobody else is about. You do get some dog walkers down here, but I don't think a lot of people know about it, if I'm honest. You get a lot of dirt bikers down here as well. Anyway, I wanted you to take a look at this video. This is a woman describing what's going on at this camp, this private land that this cult was actually living on. Take a look at this.
No one else but me that you are obliged to obey.
The leader of a doomsday cult in Crewe, England, called the Ahmadi Religion of Peace and Light, claims we are hours away from a flood of blood. Now, see all these people in the background here? These are people all across the world pledging allegiance to this absolute psychopath.
This is my pledge allegiance to the Mahdi.
Apparently he said this: "I'll show you a way to kill him with no one knowing about it."
It's not a flood of water, it is a flood of blood.
The leader takes blood from new members for a loyalty oath. He mixes it all in a jar that he stores in a replica of the Ark of the Covenant.
Looking for people that are willing to sell their homes and to come and be amongst the community and to follow me.
Listen carefully, my friends and family, because the man you're looking at on screen right now is one of the most dangerous people in the United Kingdom today. And in this video, I'm going to prove it to you. A lot of people are speaking about this man, but they have overlooked some very, very important details that show just how dangerous this man is. And I'm going to show you those facts today.
So yeah, there you have it. I won't be doing the 40s weekend or any more events in town. No photography, no videos, no nothing. It's going to be more of this type of thing. Things that are a lot calmer and things I want to do. I was never doing it for subs and views anyway. If I get 2 views on this, I'm happy with that. My mental health is much more important than some twat that thinks his feelings come before somebody's rights. So yeah, I won't be recording or photographing the 40s weekend. I won't be recording or photographing any of that, any events in town. I've got one wedding to do, of which I will honour and do that wedding in August. That will not be recorded. That will be a private event. But that's it. That'll be the last ever one I do. Lovely summer's day like today. Don't waste it. I've got to do my shoelace up. See you in a minute.
Actually a video of people pledging allegiance to this lunatic, which I'm going to show you right now. Take a look.
Assalamu alaikum. This is my pledge allegiance to the Mahdi. I bear witness that there is no God but Allah. I bear witness that Muhammad is the messenger of Allah.
Muhammad is a false prophet, by the way, and it's no doubt that Muslims are the first ones to be caught up in this foolishness because they are the ones who believe in this ridiculous ideology in the first place. But anyways, let's keep watching this.
I bear witness that Ali and the Imams from his sons are the proofs of Allah. I bear witness that the Mahdi and the Mahdis are the proofs of Allah. Upon this I shall live, upon this I shall die, and upon this I shall be resurrected again.
Here's the thing that I want to show you regarding the blood. Take a look. When he said the flood of blood is coming or whatever.
There is a great punishment. There's a great flood that is coming, and it's coming in this time. That is exactly where we are right now in the story of Noah's Ark, mere hours or days away from a full flood pouring on the face of the earth. It's not a flood of water. It is a flood of blood.
There you go. So this guy is an absolute lunatic. And by the way, if you want to understand the Bible on a deeper level, then subscribe to my second channel, AVS Talks, where I specifically speak about biblical things. Now, just briefly though, if you want to know the truth about Noah's Ark, where we are in that story, I'll tell you the truth of where we are in that story, reflecting in modern times. Jesus Christ is the Ark, and we as the Okay, we know that if you don't have the Son, you don't have the Father, but that's a theological issue for a different day. Hashem has sex with women in the group and coerces them into sexual acts. He also arranges marriages. So he's a typical cult leader. Hashem also talks about space aliens, the Illuminati, and human-sized rabbits that live on other planets who keep humans as pets. This guy is a lunatic. The leader takes blood from new members, and this is the part that made me realize that this is a full-on satanic cult. The leader takes blood from new members for a loyalty oath. He mixes it all in a jar that he stores in a replica of the Ark of the Covenant. Now, when I was going through his videos, I actually found what I believe is that replica of the Ark of the Covenant. You see it there, look, on the left here. So this may be what they're talking about regarding the blood. And if you understand how blasphemous that is to put human blood on an altar or on the Ark of the Covenant or anything like that, it's just extremely satanic. It's actually what Satanists do. They take human blood and they do some weird stuff. I'm not going to get into it, but yeah, this guy's a weirdo. And this is what I think they're talking about here when they talk about the replica of the Ark of the Covenant.
Today, officers from Cheshire Constabulary, supported by colleagues from across the region, have conducted a number of warrants in the Crewe area. This has resulted in several arrests for modern slavery, forced marriage and sexual offences. There is no wider risk to the community, and we have an extra policing presence in the area, and I'm urging anyone from the community who has any concerns to speak to one of those officers. I would ask as well that the wider public do not speculate whilst this investigation is ongoing.
There's a group that's bought a house right near where I live. I don't know an awful lot about it. All I know is in 2021, this massive group all sold their houses and bought, like, it was an old orphanage where I'm from. Now, they've said that they're a religion of peace. Like I say, I can't say too much because I don't know a great deal about it. It's just bits that I'm getting to find out. So they're marching around, they're chanting, they're doing, to me, what looks like some sort of, the only way I can put it, some sort of training for something. Gotta be so careful what you say on here, aren't you? You know. Now, I've also heard that you were not allowed to stay in America and you weren't allowed to stay in Sweden. So why are you allowed to stay here? I don't get it. I don't know what they've done either though. Or why are they allowed to stay here if they're not allowed to stay in them other countries? Would you want to live like right near me? And this is what I found on Google. Just telling you, like, you know, what the group's all about and all that sort of stuff. I've been reading it. You know, peace and light it's described as.
Oh, I think it's about time I went home. Had a nice long walk. I'm hot. I'm ready to settle down for the rest of the day. I've done all my chores. Hoovered up, tidied round, dusted, blah 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 blah. So here we go for the outro from me and Buddy. Bud, what's this? So from me and Buddy, if you like this video, like and subscribe, go and hit the notification bell. This little chap would love you to hit the notification bell, wouldn't you, mate? Because he actually does give a crap. Leave a comment, let me know what you think to the video, let me know if you want more dog walks like this and more me chatting shit, show you where we are. And I'll hopefully see you in the next video. Goodbye from me, bye from Buddy, thanks for watching. I am so sorry, I'm such a fucking degenerate. Bonus footage. And if you're worried whether I picked that back up and put it in the bin, yes I did. Alright. I might be a degenerate moron, but I'm a tidy degenerate moron. This has been Straight Switch Photography. Like and subscribe. I'm sorry the bonus footage is shit. There might be some more yet. See you in a bit. Okay, now that kicks up some dust. Ew. This is how much I trust my dog. Bye for now.